what's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your sister from another Mr. Thick Chick Vlogs. Please start this video off by giving it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. For those of you who stay around to the end, please leave a comment on the topics that I'm going to be discussing on today. Again, I would so greatly appreciate it. The first thing that we're going to talk about, family, is going to be Little Kim. Okay, or Lil Kim. I saw these photographs that have been floating around, the recent photographs that she took, where she looks like she really has some serious deep underlying issues. Now, I do know there are a lot of people that are going in on Little Kim, basically saying she's a self-hater, she hates her dark skin, etc., etc. And while I do agree with those sentiments, do not get me misconstrued. I do agree with those sentiments, but there is a deeper underlying issue there other than her just not liking her dark skin, okay? Back in 2000, Lil Kim did a interview with, I forgot exactly who the interview was. I do have a couple of the snippets here of some of her comments that she said in the interview, where she was basically talking about how she had low self-esteem ever since she was very young. A lot of it stemmed from her father, and then, you know, a lot of it stemmed from the men that she was dating. Let me read you a little bit about, you know, a little bit of part of what she was saying in this interview. She says, all my life, men have told me I wasn't pretty enough. Even the men I was dating. And I was like, well, why are you with me then? It's always been men putting me down just like my dad. To this day, when someone says I'm cute, I can't see it. I don't see it no matter what anyone says. I have low self-esteem, and I always have. Guys have always cheated on me with women who are European looking. You know, the long hair type, really beautiful women that left me thinking, how can I compete with that? Being a regular black girl wasn't good enough. Now, let me touch on one particular statement that she said, okay? She said, it's always been men putting me down, just like my dad, okay? And she also goes on to say, to this day, when someone says I'm cute, I can't see it. That's why you guys know how I talked about back in the back day about being bullied and picked on and being made fun of when you're a child, and people saying things like, when you become an adult, you need to, leave those things in the past. You need to move on and just forget about it. Let me tell you something. When you have someone who nails things into your head as a child, when you move on to your adulthood, a lot of those same feelings still resonate in you as an adult. And let me tell you why I say that. Because I was Little Kim, okay? I was Little Kim. I still am Little Kim, okay? I was bullied. You guys know I talked about being bullied. I talked about all that stuff. I was bullied so bad when I was younger, called, fat and ugly and black and just all kind of just nasty, disgusting names. And when I became an adult, dating, men and things like that, men would tell me that I'm beautiful, that, they just thought that I was one of the prettiest women that they've ever seen. And everybody has different, of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Of course, I know that I'm not the prettiest woman on this side of creation, okay? But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Not saying that those men were lying to me. They probably really did think that I was a really beautiful girl. But because as a child, I was always told that I was ugly. I was always told that I was fat. I was always told that I was black. A lot of that stuff carried on with me into adulthood, even though, I outgrew that. I became older. A lot of those things that happened to me when I was a child, carried over into adulthood. So by her saying that her father, okay, was putting her down, and all of the men that she said she dated men and they would tell her she's cute and she wouldn't believe it because that stuff was instilled in her when she was younger, okay? So now that she has low self-esteem, she feels like it's okay. She feels like she just has to undergo all of these different procedures to become someone who is, as she says, you know, a lot of the men were cheating on her with women who were European looking, with, you know, longer hair and lighter skin and things like that. So she feels like that would make her prettier. But the crazy thing about it is that she's saying is that nothing is ever going to be enough for Little Kim. When you deal with things like this, low self-esteem, and you hate yourself so much like this, nothing that you do is going to be good enough. As you can clearly see from the thumbnail picture, this girl went from being an extremely, extremely beautiful black woman. Okay, she still is a black woman, but she went from being an extremely beautiful dark chocolate black woman to trying to turn herself into what looks like to be a white woman. And it's very, very disturbing. And the crazy thing about it is, it's still not good enough for her. Nothing is going to be good enough for her, because she's going to get, like I said, once she got the first procedure turned into another procedure. The other procedure turned into another procedure, of course, because people are, you know, especially people on the internet, social media, that are going ham and cheese on her. It probably really, you know, showing up puts her in a very, very dark, deep, and depressed state now, even more, that people are really talking about her looks, okay? And after they talk about her looks more, it makes her want to go and get something else done. And it's a never-ending cycle, because it's not going to be enough. So the things that are going on with Little Kim, it really is not a laughing or joking matter. It's a very, very serious issue that she has deep inside that she really needs to get some professional help for, because as I said, nothing, and I do mean nothing, that she does will be good enough for her if she hates herself to the point where she just doesn't feel pretty no matter what anyone says. And especially if she's taking a lot of the things that happened to her in her childhood on into her adulthood, nothing is ever going to make her happy. You can clearly see from the progression of photos from her back in the 90s up until now. It is just, I mean, when I tell you that the way that she looks now is shocking, okay? I mean, she looks like she has had extreme plastic surgery. And the crazy thing about it is, if you look back at Michael Jackson, I know, you know, Michael Jackson said he had a skin disorder, you know, and people can balance that however they want to balance it, okay? A lot of people feel like he did have a skin disorder, and a lot of people feel like Michael Jackson was just going and getting a whole lot of skin bleaching and procedures done because he just hated his dark skin. Whether you believe that or not, I really honestly and truly believe that Little Kim needs to have some serious professional help, especially if she has this low self-esteem and she feels like, you know, men always leave her for European looking women, and, you know, her father put her down when she was a child. None of that stuff is really going to help her unless she really, really sits down and talks to someone about it and opens up about it, like me. That's why I always talk about things that happened to me when I was younger and how I was bullied, because it helps me to you know, put that stuff out there, and it helps me talk about it, you know, as opposed to just bottling all that stuff up. You know, thank God I'm not to the point where I hate myself so much to where I would just go and get extensive amounts of plastic surgery to try to alter the way that I look, you know what I mean? But I really, like I said, I really don't think that it's a laughing matter, the things that are going on with Little Kim. Is it shocking? It's extremely shocking, okay? Extremely shocking. But there is a deeper issue that really should not be laughed and poked and made fun of, because it's very, very serious what this girl is going through. So I said we need to pray for her and hope that she gets some help before she really gets to, I mean, I don't even know if there's any reversing this stuff. I mean, it looks like she's had some very, very deep surgeries, and you can even tell by her nose. Her nose looks like it's on the verge of becoming like Michael Jackson's nose, to the point where if she has one more surgery on her fucking nose, it's just gonna fall the fuck off her face, and that's really, really sad. But like I said, just pray for Little Kim, because she has some deeper issues that are going on, you know, more than her just wanting to bleach her skin, okay? All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is Harriet Tubman being on this $20 bill, okay? Which is an awesome thing. I personally think she's going to be replacing Andrew Jackson, which, you know, a lot of people classify Andrew Jackson as being one of the worst presidents in American history, okay? A lot of people classify him as that. But what's very, very disturbing to me about Harriet Tubman being on this $20 bill is the way that a lot of our brothers and sisters have reacted to Harriet Tubman being on this $20 bill. I mean, just absolutely ignorant, just disgusting comments that these people have made. Of course, you have, you know, Caucasian people, white people who have been saying some very, very nasty and racist things. You know, a lot of that is going on now racism is running rampant. Back in the day, you know, a lot of people used to keep their, you know, their racism hidden. They used to keep their damn hoods hung up in the closet. But now, especially since, you know, you got Donald Trump in office and all this shit is going on, you got a lot of these people that are rearing their ugly heads, you know, in regards to this racism, okay? And especially with a lot of police brutality that's going on, a lot of the racist people are taking off their hoods and just going on social media, just putting it all out there in the open, okay? And of course, they have been saying a lot of nasty things in regards to Harriet Tubman being on the $20 bill, but it's disturbing to see black folk, okay, talking about this woman's looks, talking about how they need to press out her hair, and if she gonna be looking like that, just give me give me 2 10s, or give me 4 5s. I mean, they have been saying a lot of nasty and disgusting things in regards to this woman, and it's just absolutely, I mean, they just do not understand the significance of them putting a former slave, a former slave who helped other slaves escape slavery. These people have absolutely no idea how big of a how big this is for black folks. Don't get me wrong, okay, black folks, a lot of black folks still oppressed, etc., etc. But for our own people to sit there and have all these nasty and heinous things to say about this woman being on the $20 bill is disgusting to me. I mean, and some of it I had to stop reading because it is absolutely disgusting. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find some of these nasty comments that people were saying, okay? I know one person said they need to change her picture because, you know, I don't want to be looking at her ugly ass face on this. I mean, people are crazy, okay? Especially by them being African American people and having these thoughts about a black woman being on the $20 bill, which is a very, very, very significant thing that is happening for black folks, okay? I mean, y'all can go. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to read none of this shit because it's going to make me mad. I'm sitting here looking at this shit right now. This shit is disgusting to me. Wow. Wow. What the fuck did he have to say? What the fuck did he have to say? What is this? Oh my God. Ben Carson. Okay. Whether or not this shit is fucking, satire or not, but it's rollingout.com. I don't think this is a satire site. Ben Carson says Harriet Tubman only worth $2, not $20. Carson's latest comments on the placement of American hero Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill goes beyond the pic. Wow. You know what? I can't deal with that Uncle Tom motherfucker. Okay? This motherfucker, ever since he announced that he was basically dropping out of the presidential race because, motherfucker, you had absolutely no chance, okay? You had absolutely no motherfucking chance anyway. So your ass, you just been saying some most stupid, idiotic shit ever since you decided to denounce your nomination to be the president of the United States, which you would have never been anyway. But let me move off of this subject, family. Just black folk, okay? Y'all need to wake the fuck up and stop being so motherfucking ignorant when it comes to things that are beneficial to black folk, things that, you know, especially when folk, not that, you know, I'm trying to make it seem like it's this big gigantic thing that they're putting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill, because them motherfuckers, that ain't finna change shit that's going on in America. Best believe that shit, okay? And it's not like Andrew Jackson is completely going to be removed from the $20 bill. They're still going to put him on the back of the 20 right next to the White House, so he's still going to be on that motherfucker. But it's just sad that black folks are sitting there going ham and cheese on this woman who was a slave, okay? They sitting there trying to make it seem like this woman need to look like some type of a supermodel on the $20 bill when this woman was a slave. Are you kidding me? Okay? It's just disgusting. Let's move on, okay? Let's move on to some old orangutan ratchet ass shit, okay? So, I'm pretty sure that you guys, if you are following me on Facebook, okay, on my ThickChickVlogs Facebook page, you would have already have seen this, possibly. But it is being reported that Blac Chyna is pregnant, girl. Now, like I said, whether this shit is a motherfucking ploy to get some fucking ratings for their goddamn reality television show, who knows, okay? Of course, none of this has been confirmed, but there are a lot of sites that I follow personally, not any that I would just be sitting there and just be like, oh, okay, if this site, you know, announces that she must really, really be pregnant. I mean, unless it's TMZ or let's see who else that I kind of sort of follow. I definitely follow TMZ. They'll probably be really the only ones that I'll sit there and believe if I see something about that they announced that Blac Chyna is pregnant, or unless I see it on her social media or Rob Kardashian's social media. But I saw it on Love B. Scott, and I do follow Love B. Scott, but I also know that Love B. Scott is not like extremely credible. I know, you know, she doesn't have as many connections as TMZ. They really get down and dirty with the nitty gritty, okay? But it is being reported that she is pregnant. And let me explain the reason why. Because Blac Chyna was accompanied by Rob Kardashian and Kim Kardashian to the OBGYN, okay? And it wasn't just any OBGYN. It was the same OBGYN that Kim Kardashian went to when she was pregnant with North and St. West, okay? And, of course, people are speculating that the woman is pregnant. Now, it could have probably just been the fact that she was going for her damn monthly evaluation. Not monthly, going for her yearly evaluation. You know what I'm saying? And they just so happened to be going out to lunch later. And Kim just so happened to, you know, go with them to the OBGYN. So, of course, by people speculating that she is pregnant, I think it's a little bit far-fetched. Because, I mean, just because you saw the girl go to the OBGYN and you saw Rob Kardashian and Kim Kardashian with her, that does not mean that they're pregnant. Like I said, Kris Jenner is a smart person, a very, very smart person. She already done made, well, I can't say make them, but she done already done, you know, told Blac Chyna and Kylie Jenner to pretend like they BFFs now so they can make a little bit of extra coin. And I wouldn't be surprised if her motherfucking ass told Kim and Rob to accompany Blac Chyna to the goddamn OBGYN to pretend like, you know, they going there because she's pregnant. Of course, and if she is fucking pregnant, that is her goddamn business. Like I said, this shit is entertaining. It's very, very entertaining. Don't get me fucked up. But I can guarantee you, okay, there's more to this story than her being pregnant. Like I said, she hasn't even announced the shit yet. So whether or not she is pregnant is, you know, that remains to be known. But that is the shit that is going on now. She was spotted at the OBGYN with Kim Kardashian and Rob Kardashian, and they are saying that she's pregnant, but I will definitely keep you guys abreast on that. So definitely stay tuned for that motherfucking shit right there. Now, bitch, the next goddamn, well, yeah, it is gonna be the last thing I'm talking about, because I'm finna strike this shit right here, because this shit gonna run my goddamn blood pressure up, y'all. The last thing we're going to talk about is Miss Angela Simmons, y'all. Y'all know who Angela Simmons is. She is the daughter of Rev Run, okay? Reverend Run, okay? Run's house, you know what I'm saying? She announced that she is engaged, okay? And, of course, she announced her engagement, showed her engagement ring and all this shit, but she, of course, didn't want to reveal who her fiance is. So a lot of people were speculating on who he is. And, of course, you know, the blogs, they get a hold to some shit. And they found out who her fiance is. His name is, I forgot what the fuck his name is. It really is irrelevant. But come to find out that her fiance is some type of a convicted felon. The dude was in prison for having a weapon when he wasn't supposed to have a weapon. Then when he got out, he went back to prison for check and credit card fraud. He also went for burglary, and apparently he went for beating some woman's ass, okay? And people are like, damn, you seriously got Rev Run's daughter who is engaged to this fucking convicted felon? Now, apparently this man has turned his life around, okay? Apparently, allegedly. They say that this man he's some type of a partner in some type of a financial firm. I'm not 1,000% sure. I'm not even sure how the fuck you can do that if you are a convicted felon who has been charged with credit card and check fraud. I don't know how you can become a partner in a financial firm. That's kind of far-fetched to me. I mean, especially if it's a felony. Like I said, it's kind of far-fetched. And people are like, damn, why in the fuck would Angela Simmons want to date a convicted felon? Y'all must not know, okay? Y'all must not know the saying, as the saying goes, the preacher's daughter always loves to, you know, go and find her bed. I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's a thrill to them because they grew up in a household and they were raised a certain way that they just love bad boys. Who knows, okay? I mean, same goes for Jordan Sparks, the dude that she was dating. He turned out to be old dog-ass motherfucking nigga. Sometimes just got good girls who fall for bad guys. They just, that shit just turns them the fuck on. Okay, me personally, I'm a scary motherfucker. Okay, I can't really be around too much criminal activity without me just getting extra paranoid. And I've been sat there and goddamn unknowingly told on our motherfucker. You be sitting there doing some illegal ass shit. I'm sitting there so goddamn nervous, family. Let me tell y'all a little bit of something. My mama asked me one day, she was like, why the hell are you so afraid of the police? And I wanted to tell her so bad here, because they around here killing all our motherfucking ass. But I don't know. It's like, I'm legal, okay? I ain't never been to jail. I got, my car's insured. I got goddamn driver license. I don't speed or none of that shit. But it seems like anytime I get around the popo, I just get nervous. I don't know what the fuck it is. And I can only imagine, okay, if I'm around somebody who's doing some old illegal ass shit up the popo, pop up, I've been a sad dang bitch. I've been told on our motherfucking ass and didn't even goddamn know. I'd be like, sir, we are doing this, okay? We are doing this illegal activity and we need to go to motherfucking jail, bitch. Yes, it is that goddamn serious. Trust and motherfucking believe it. So, like I said, it's not anything unusual for Rev Run's daughter, Angela Simmons, to, you know, be all into the bad boys. I mean, that's some shit that people been doing from the gate. You know, people who grew up in the church or grew up in a religious family. Hell, sometimes when they get up out the house, girl, they go for that first motherfucker who is just hardcore, okay? The type of motherfucker who will sit there and put them in check and put their goddamn hand around their neck, which is a bad thing. Not saying he's beating on her, but I'm just saying they said this motherfucker went to jail for whooping somebody's ass, okay? Whooping a woman's ass. Now, allegedly. That's what the motherfucking blogs are reporting, y'all. So, yeah, congratulations to Angela Simmons. But the thing that is even more peculiar, though, is that they've only been dating since February. That makes it what? March, April. Bitch, March, April. Bitch, it ain't even been 4 months yet. It's been like goddamn 3 months and they already goddamn engaged. Okay, now, I'm not sitting there saying, you know, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're a grown-ass motherfucking woman. I'm just saying, okay, that don't give you enough time to know this motherfucker, his ins and outs, his goddamn actions and all this type of shit. Sometimes you need to be with somebody for a little bit longer. I'm not saying you need to prolong the shit for years on end, okay, for, you know, umpteen years, but I really don't think 3 months is enough time for you to know somebody. But here, maybe he just sat there and put it down on him to the point where she's like, you know what? I want to marry this motherfucker. And like I said, a lot of times people be around here thinking that they're in love, and what it really is the fact that you just dickmatized. You ain't in love, boo. You just dickmatized, okay? If you don't know what dickmatized is, Google the goddamn shit. Just saying. And that's all I got for y'all today, family. Again, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave comments down in the comment section. Add me on Facebook. Share this video on your social medias, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.